Hey, DaiWai. Welcome to World Coma Day 2024.
Welcome back to World Coma Day. Yeah,
Absolutely. So, how was your 2023
my
for Curing Coma campaign?
2023 has been, don't you think it's been busy?
Oh, it's been a lot going on with the Curing Coma
It's
campaign,
been
no doubt.
it, every week is another meeting and we're learning things. Have you learned a lot?
I learned something today. I learned that there are 9 cities in the world named Coma.
I love learning stuff like that.
There are 3 in
I
Haiti,
love.
2 in Angola, 1 in Slovakia, 1 in Mozambique, 1 in Mexico, and 1 in Ethiopia.
Wow. So there's none in the US.
None in the U.S.
So we
No
have
Coma.
goals.
Okay. So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What all have we done this year? You know, we need a we need a top 10. That's what we need.
it's hard to narrow it down to 10 things, but I'll tell you, uh, I am a big fan of top 10 lists, and it just so happens that I have a list of the
Of
top
course you do.
10 Curing Coma campaign highlights of 2023, and I'm going to share it with you now. And let's
I
see what you
knew you
think.
would.
This is from the Home Office, and let's see what you think. So the top 10 list of
Wait. Are
2023,
we going 1 through 10 or 10 through 1?
I don't know, we start with 10
Start
and
with
then
10.
we
Okay.
reveal all the way up to number 1.
All right.
Now, there were a lot of highlights, and not all of them necessarily made the top 10 list, but here are 10 that we thought were really noteworthy to highlight here on this World Coma Day 2024. So number 10 in the top 10 list of
Do we need a drum
2023
roll?
Curing Coma campaign highlights, always need a drum roll. Number 10 is the Compose study
Yeah,
starts.
I like that one. That is our first prospective study with patient level data.
Yeah, it's really a big deal, funded through the Incline grant and with support of the foundation as well as
Yeah.
NCS.
Yeah, Chetan has a group going on WhatsApp. They're very active. People are really enrolling well.
So
Good start.
number nine on the top 10 list, the Curing Coma campaign education module is launched.
Shraddha Manali, Sahar Zafar, a great team. This is going to be a powerful group.
Number 8 on the top 10 list, the Neurocritical Care Foundation as a fundraising partner for the Curing Coma campaign, and we provided them with a formal prospectus of specific studies and research projects for them to target funding.
My new best friends.
Number 7, one word, CQIP.
Do you think people know what CQIP is?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you tell them?
So CQIP is the Coma Quality Improvement Project. A lot of people might not have heard about this yet, but you know what? It is big. Our Coma Quality Improvement Program is being developed with the NCS quality team. And we've talked about this a lot. We met with them in Phoenix. And what do you think about this one?
I think it's going to be a big deal, and I think it's going to be important because it represents the intersection between the Curing Coma campaign and our NCS quality efforts. And I think our NCS executive office with our new CEO, Susan, is particularly positioned to really do a great job with this.
Yeah, her background is really going to help us
Yeah,
make this successful.
yeah. So number 6 on the list, publication of gap analyses on cognitive motor dissociation, computational modeling in disorders of consciousness, and optimal clinical trial design, among other things.
This was a great paper. I think this is one of almost 24 papers we published in 2023 as part of the Curing Coma campaign contribution group. This is a really important paper.
I think that the gap analyses that have come out of the Coma Science Working Group have been really very eye-opening and key to developing the Curing Coma campaign. Robert Stevens and Mike Dieringer and their whole group deserve a tremendous amount of congratulations on this.
Yeah.
Next, number 5, the Curing Coma campaign pediatrics module was launched.
Yeah, this is, coma can happen anytime during the lifespan, young and old. Verena Bearwinkle, Michaela Walk, they're leading this scientific effort. I'm excited to hear how they're going to help us on curing coma.
Very important to have this group moving forward. Number 4, Joe Giacino receives a NIDLR grant to study disorders of consciousness guideline dissemination with the Curing Coma campaign and NCS support.
This is huge. This is a big deal, Claude. I think most people already know Joe Giacino. He's part of the NCS, part of the Scientific Advisory Council for the Curing Coma campaign. This is federal funding for coma research. What does that make you think?
Well, I think that we know that this is going to be a critical aspect of having the Curing Coma campaign moving the field forward and having
Yeah.
NCS take an active role in the science. So I expect that NCS members are going to be hearing a lot more about this coming up very soon after World Coma Day, including participating in this research study. So number 3, the Curing Coma Campaign Scientific Advisory Council SAC meeting that we had at the last NCS annual meeting.
I can't wait to see what number 2 and number 1 are because the SAC meeting at NCS, like, it was wow. It was like being a fly on a wall to some really, really cool discussions with well thought out content from just some brilliant minds. It was fun.
Well, it was really powerful to have uh, that meeting in conjunction with the NCS annual meeting, and I think it was very eye-opening to us and others in thinking about ways we could bring the SAC proceedings to the broader, not only Curing Coma campaign, but to the NCS membership and beyond. And so we will see.
Yeah.
We're thinking about this and how this could be done optimally at the upcoming 2024 NCS annual meeting. So number 2, publication of the common data elements.
We are really starting to own the science, aren't we? Thank you, Jose, Jan, Brian. There are countless other Curing Coma campaign authors that helped set the standard. I mean, in my mind, this really sets the standards for data collection on coma related research.
So these are available now. These are online,
That's right.
Zenodo. We expect to have a big announcement in the coming months where we're going to make sure that these common data elements on Coma and DOC are available for wide dissemination and use in research studies.
We should tell the people what Zenodo for those who may not know.
Yeah. It's a website that allows us to post these common data element case report forms. It's allowed us to have public comment and to really vet these in a rigorous way. And our expectation and goal is that these will be incorporated into the NIH, NINDS common data element data sets, but they're ready to use now. And that's really important.
All right, you ready?
Number 1, the top highlight for the Curing Coma campaign for 2023 was World Coma Day 2023. Yeah.
Of course it
Why,
was.
why do you think that was a highlight?
That was my biggest highlight of the year up until what event do you think?
World Coma Day 2024?
You got it. We had over 100 countries
Fantastic.
in World Coma Day 2023. Over 100 countries participated.
I think that this list really highlights the broad opportunities for folks to contribute and be part of the Curing Coma campaign. You've said it a long time ago that really everyone has a role in the Curing Coma campaign. Whether you are a cognitive neuroscientist doing translational research in models of disorders of consciousness, or you're a nurse taking care of these patients at the bedside, or you're a patient or a family member that cares about this. There's a spot for everybody.
And there's spots for our industry partners, people
Absolutely.
who are helping. And we've met so many cool people through this. I think you and I have talked a lot about how from the inception, which was pre-COVID,
Yeah.
that meeting in Miami, it feels like a long time ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long. There's been a lot of progress
Yeah.
in a short period of time. When was the last time you heard someone say it can't be done?
I think that we've got this. This has really resonated, but there's an awful lot of hard work ahead. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think is going to make the top 10 next year?
Well, I'll tell you, the first thing I need to do is I need to go start watching the World Coma Day 2024 videos on our YouTube channel because I think that's going to help me
Yeah.
figure out where we're headed with next year's list.
Yeah. My favorite videos are I like the science, but you know what? I love me a good shout out video. I want to see who's going to win the shout out contest this year. Um,
Absolutely.
what are you going to do first? Which videos are you going to hit? Do you hit the science first? Do you hit the stories of hope? Like, where does Claude Hemphill start the season?
I like to start with a couple of stories of hope.
Yeah.
It reminds me of why we're doing this in the first place. And I think that that's really key, and that makes all the difference. And I'm going to give my own little uh, shout out right now to our World Coma Day committee that has put together World Coma Day for 2024, and especially Sabina Bulik, who has led
Wow.
us in the content generation and curation. A lot of hard work's gone into this, and I think it's paying off.
Sabina has put in a lot of hours behind the scenes. And you know who else has? Connor.
Connor's been great. Connor Burton, our liaison with the Cure and Coma campaign and the NCS Executive Office. So,
Yeah.
um, all right.
Well,
On with
I
World Coma Day
am,
2024.
yeah, I am off. I am running. I'm going to go hit YouTube now. Um, I'm probably going to start with a couple of shout outs before I go to the stories of hope. And once the coffee's in me, I'll start digging into the science.
Well, DaiWai, happy World Coma Day.
Happy World Coma Day to you, Claude. See you next year.